Bye.
Hello and welcome to Art Date Part 2, and a little reminder that solo art dates are also fun. I have two books here with me. I've got the Masterworks by Alphonse Mucha, and I also have In the Wind, The Art of Minahamu, which is the book that I bought at Kinokuniya. I actually bought this art book in 2016, so I've had an interest in Mucha's work for a while, but I never really felt compelled to read it in depth and learn more about his life. Going to the exhibition did change that though, and I thought I would share 4 things that I learnt both viewing the exhibition and also reading this book that will help me in my practice and might also help you. The first thing that I found really interesting was that Mucha's first application to art school was denied, but this didn't really deter him from continuing to make art and then later applying again. I'd never been to art school, and that wasn't a path that I ever really felt was for me, but I think that this sort of lesson in determination and perseverance can be applied to so many different areas of creating art. Whether it's, you try a new medium for the first time and you don't get the results you want, or you try to exhibit at a local arts and crafts fair and you don't make a profit. Not being deterred by this and, persevering, trying again is so important. You can learn so many different lessons from failures, and I think that it's clear to me that it would have been an absolute travesty if he had given up on art the second he received that rejection letter. So yeah, I just thought that was really nice. The second thing I found really interesting was that initially Mucha had a longing to create fine art, but was forced to accept commercial work in order to make ends meet. I think the thing that I found funny about this is that so many people dream about being able to see their art on, cookie boxes and t-shirts and tote bags and, commercial goods. So the idea that that wasn't his primary objective and something that he was kind of forced to endure just goes to show that whatever situation you're in now could be someone else's dream or someone else's sort of next step that they're longing for. And I think it puts everything into perspective in terms of having gratitude for where you are and gratitude for that journey. The third thing that I learned from the exhibition that really resonated me was that through his commercial work, Mucha developed a really strong belief in the democratization of beauty and art. He believed that nice things, pretty things aren't just for the rich and famous. Every day, every person's life can and should be filled with little beautiful things to admire. That was evidenced through his commercial work. He did designing for alcohol brands, food brands, like cookie tins, cigarette boxes, you name it. He did it all. And that's something that we don't really see anymore from big commercial brands. When you walk through your supermarket and you're looking at loaves of bread and boxes of cereal, they're not necessarily designed by local artists or anything like that. So I do wish we could see more of that. On the flip side, today we are really lucky because through the internet and through social media, we get to connect with so many different artists and small creators who are creating beautiful things that are so easy for us to consume, like phone cases and tote bags. We're really lucky to be able to curate our personal environment, what we wear, the spaces that we inhabit. So that is really nice and something that, I kind of took for granted. But it was just interesting to see how it's kind of flipped from the big commercial scale that Alphonse was working at to the smaller local scale that we more often see today. The last thing that really sort of stood out to me and I found quite funny was that Mucha attributed his big break to luck or fate. The thing is that if my maths is correct, he was probably painting for at least 16 years at the time that he had his big break. And as the book points out, Many other people probably would have attributed that to his perseverance and hard work, but not Mucha. He thought it was just right place, right time. And I still think that's true now more than ever, that if you're not creating art, and specifically, I guess, creating content around that art, the chances of being able to make a living from it, or getting that big break, or going viral, or whatever, it's really low. It really is a numbers game, and you just have to keep pushing forward, keep trying, and keep yourself open to opportunities. For me, I've been doing art for about 9 years now, and it was just this year that I got my first sort of big paid job, which was really exciting. The children's book that I was illustrating, I would have been dreaming about working on a children's book since day one probably, but these opportunities do just take time to come to fruition. So yeah, that's what's been on my mind regarding the exhibition and sort of flipping through this book at my own leisure. Let me know what you think, whether looking into art history is something that really interests you. Again, it hadn't interested me up until this point, but the exhibition kind of opened my eyes. Yeah, I'm curious to know if there are any fun facts that you've learned through art history that you apply to your practice today. The other book that I brought that I really want to talk to you about is the book that I picked up at Kinokuniya, which is In the Wind, The Art of Minahamu. Now, I'm not particularly familiar with this artist or their work up until this point, but when I saw this book, I was immediately drawn to it because it felt like every page was a memory, and if not a memory that I already have, a memory that I could make. And I feel like the art style was so whimsical and so beautiful. I don't know, I felt like it just sort of inspired me to create a different type of art. Something that is less picture perfect down to every little brush stroke and line, and something that is more about capturing a feeling, because that's what I felt flipping through the pages of this book, was just immense emotion for the experiences of these fictional characters. And yeah, I would love for my art to be able to do that for other people. People take photographs to document holidays and special occasions. But yeah, this made me want to paint little Polaroid snapshots of my life. I thought that would be, just really, really sweet. So yeah, there are a couple of the little bits of inspiration that I picked up on my art date with Blake. Yeah, in the end, I didn't expect it to be such a fulfilling day, and I really do feel like my creative cup has been filled. So yeah, now I guess it's time to stop talking and start creating. See you.